he eventually tells her he's falling in love with her and proposes. They're like doing the touching through the wall thing.
Oh my God. He was like, I'm pushing the wall through. I'm busting through the glass. I'm like, nigga, you didn't listen to the podcast last season? We hate this.
All right, we're recording.
We're recording, everybody. Hello, hello.
What up?
Welcome to Two Black Girls, One Rose.
Where together we'll uncover what we can learn about modern dating, love, and relationships from popular television. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Justine.
And interesting season thus far.
I like this. I like this, Denver. This is a good one.
I'm definitely into this.
Cast.
It was a very interesting cast. Anna and Patrick, they're very interesting. Their stories. Two Asian individuals who typically date white people finding each other in the pods. And then like not knowing what the fuck to do. Like they feel like they're connected, but they don't usually like each other like that. Which is also weird because they're both Asian. Why would you not like your person who looks like
weird. Yeah.
It's so crazy. And then Patrick's like deep-seated insecurities about his race and his desperation to be accepted by white women, by white men, just to like It's weird. He like finds safety and preference in white women. Something about Anna is like risky to him.
Right. Yeah. And not, it doesn't seem like just the physical. It seems like maybe even expectation of him being her Asian fiance.
Oh. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah.
This is not only is this the first Asian girl he's dating, but this is the first Asian guy she's bringing home. And he talks like this, bro. Like,
like, what does all that mean?
Yeah.
So them alone is just like fascinating, but there's a bunch of couples. I'm like already curious to see them on the honeymoon and like how this is gonna go. Anyways, episodes 1, 2, and 3. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah,
what are you excited to chat about?
First initial thought is that Edmund is emotionally unstable. This is a red flag. Red flag waving everywhere. If you are crying in the pods and it's like day 2, red flag. I need you to really tighten it up.
Yeah.
Tighten it up. And I'm not saying this because I investigated his TikTok and know that he puts wigs on and dances around and coons around like a fool. I know this because this is a reality show. You don't know these people that well.
Yeah.
So for you to be boo-hoo-hooing like that on the other end of emotionally unstable, run away.
It's a bit of a red flag, Edmund.
Yeah.
She seems like this is her man. She can't wait. But like when she sees him in the flesh doing this, I'm very curious about their reveal.
Exactly. And she's like trying to reframe it as he's so sensitive and like in touch with his emotions. And I'm like, I think it's actually the opposite. I think his emotions attack him when he's not looking.
He doesn't know how to regulate them in a way that's like, you're grown. Why don't we know this yet? Something seems off.
Right.
Yeah.
So scary. Then the other scary one is Mike with his cult and the pillars of wellness, the 6 pillars of wellness,
the tribe of rich white men or whatever the hell he's saying he was a part of.
Whatever the fuck he's a part of that I know does not believe that women should have rights. I know they think black people should still be enslaved. Like, I can't even, that's such a red flag for me. And I don't know how Sparkle Megan is getting over this one.
I don't know. He's just
scary.
An asshole.
And he's an asshole.
Like this torn between asshole Mike and then just like a nice single dad Jordan with the tattoos. Like, come on, Sparkle Megan. Come on, figure this out.
Yeah. And then him making fun of or like being very condescending towards Jordan's child's diagnosis of having diabetes was absolutely insane. Like,
just uncalled for.
Yeah. And you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't. You're talking out of your ass right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
My gosh, really, really bad. But yeah, and then the other thoughts that I had were around Patrick and Annie. I was going to call her Little Miss Hair. Her Instagram, Anna. And yeah, how interesting it is, and how I do want to thank both of them for being so open about this. A lot of people who are in this situation are not nearly as in touch with why they feel this way, why they've only dated white people, and their environment around them and how it's affected them, and they do not admit it on camera, and they're admitting it on camera, which is why they're so interesting relative to past seasons. So I do want to thank them for that, because that takes a lot. And they're going to face a lot of criticism. So,
yeah, I give them that for being open. I don't know if Patrick all the way understands why he only is attracted to white women. So I think he has a lot more unpacking to do there, because it's giving self-hatred. It is giving deep-seated insecurities. I'm damn near 30 and I still hate the fact that I'm Asian. I'm the only Asian guy everywhere I go. Why? I just want to be white like the rest of them. That's what's giving. And that's where, like, I appreciate the vulnerability, but like, you looking crazy because there's some stuff you need to unpack, and we're all looking at you like, wow, this man hates himself. That's sad.
You know? Right. Yeah. But you know, it's hard to do that. And I don't think any other person in the past has done that on Love is Blind.
No.
Who has very obviously only wanted to date white people. So,
yeah.
So thank you to both of them. And then for my lessons learned, can you uncornify a man you love? Edmund. No, the answer is no, but we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it.
What about you?
So I love this season so far. Shout out Love is Blind Denver. I did not know, based on that cast, I was like, what is this about to be?
It was giving Minnesota, right?
Yeah. But so far, very interesting. Joe and Madison, that reveal was rough.
Oh my God.
That reveal was rough.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a couple to watch on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Edmund and Calibria. We'll see how this reveal goes. But yeah, I'm just like very on edge going into honeymoons, seeing as how some of these reveals have gone already. And then Sparkle Megan, I'm really interested in her story. She's torn, you know, her dad died. She has this guy Jordan with the kid with the type 1 diabetes, and like there's a connection there. But then she has Mike, who she like always goes for. He's super stable, financial, you know, you see the story that she's like toggled between. My question is, do rich guys ever finish last? And I ask that because Mike objectively sucks.
Right. Yes.
He's an asshole. He's materialistic. They seem to only talk about money. I don't really see their emotional connection at all. The way he spoke about Jordan's son was just disgusting.
Yeah.
But he's rich. And for some reason, he's still around.
Yeah.
And she feels secure with him.
Yeah.
Because he's supposedly financially stable.
All right. Allegedly.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Like, he's rich, but he's an asshole. But it's because he's rich, he'll just always get a pass.
Right.
So I just want to talk about that element of dating and like, if rich guys ever, you know, take a L. But yeah, so far, I'm ready to just dive into the season. Let's get in there.
Me too.
Okay, before we dive into the recap though, Nigerian Steven.
Oh no. One of our favorite of all time characters on television.
God, he is now suing Netflix. There's like another class action suit. He's making claims against unpaid labor and all that. So we're going to talk about this latest lawsuit. And then Ace and Shelly, we have some updates on them.
Just one.
And Catfish,
yes,
has been canceled.
And which is even interesting language in itself.
Right. 2025 Catfish has been on my entire life, basically. And we're just going to talk Catfish. We're really excited. We're going to be watching some iconic episodes of Catfish on Two Black Girls Watch. New episodes launching in October. So yeah, we're just going to do a little walk down memory lane a little bit with Catfish. If you want to listen to our pre-show, if you want to watch us on video, if you want to listen to this episode without ads, if you want to join us for Two Black Girls Watch, currently we're watching Two Black Girls Watch Couples Therapy season 2. I think we're still wrapping that up. Head to Patreon right now. Try the 7-day free trial. Get all the goodness over on Patreon, and shout out to the Rose Garden.
Love you. Love you guys.
All right. So 89 Degrees and Sleeves are back, welcoming everybody to the experiment. Sleeves got on this very sexy deep V dress she had on.
Can I tell you, I can't even look at her because my new favorite obsession is looking up 98 Degrees concert footage.
Reunion footage.
Of like recently. Natasha, they're taking requests now.
What do you mean taking requests?
They take
any of their songs.
No, they don't. They don't sing other people's songs.
Oh, covers.
They sing Thong Song, and they did Crazy in Love recently.
With their stiff backs and old knees. Why do I want to watch that? Who is paying to go to this?
That's the thing. It's the funniest thing ever on video. Right? It's the best on video.
Right.
The comments
madness. Be taking me out.
Madness. Somebody was like, there's no way the bills are that high. Like, there's no way the bills are this high.
Oh my God.
Girl, I got one of the members of that band. He looks like a warlock. He's so old. Like,
he's like 1,000 years old.
He got his ass dancing in the back. He always goes the wrong way.
Oh my God.
Consistently is going left when he should be going right. It is the best thing ever.
Is this them on tour, just them? Or is it like a 90s? Are they with like New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys? And like, it's like a, you know what I mean? Like one of those concerts?
I do, yeah.
One
of those like a medley tour of back in the day.
Because who is just going to go see 89 Degrees or 98, whatever? Who's just going to see them? Y'all are crazy.
I don't know. Unless it was free. If it was free, I'd go. Because this is so funny.
I had to see this, like, Asbury Park Summerfest. Like... You know, it's free to everybody.
Yes, summer stage,
at Central Park. Like that you gotta pay for it now. Them pictures are
what?
Expensive. Oh yeah, Central Park Summer Stage.
Rude.
But yeah, I guess it's like Coney Island Summer Jam or something like that, where it's no tickets, free on the beach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
but are y'all paying for this? Please.
And is it more than like $15?
Right.
You know, because that otherwise that's too much money because the videos are
far too much.
So funny.
I appreciate people going so we can get this content though.
For sure. Yep.
That I do.
Yeah. So all I can do is stare at him and just think of him singing Thong Song.
Yikes. Oh my God. Anyways, the pods are open.
Yep.
So we're going to go couple by couple. Start with the boring couples. So we have Allie and Anton. Allie's super pretty. Girl, why are you here? Why are you on Love is Blind? Taking up a spot.
Perfect match. She's here to do duets with Jessica.
She's like gorgeous. You couldn't find love somewhere? I like don't.
He lies.
It's hard for me to believe it. I'm sorry. So she goes in the pods with Anton. Anton is the guy with the dirty vans.
Yes.
From the cast bios. And from their first date, he's already talking proposals. They're talking
yeah.
I feel like she said she was Brazilian and he was just like sold.
Yeah. He's like, okay, there's no way she's ugly.
There's no way. So yeah, she's Brazilian. He's Russian. They bond over learning English when they first got here, being bullied in school. They both worked at McDonald's. They both don't have middle names. Like these random things that like
bond them for marriage.
Apparently. And yeah, they don't really talk about much.
No, they do not.
He calls her baby. She's like eating it up.
Oh my God. Yep.
And so they fall in love. She tells him she's in love with him. He asks her to marry her. It was like so quick.
So they wrapped them up so fast. I know how boring those dates were to watch through, the editors. Oh my God. They were dying.
Oh my God. So time for them to meet. Thankfully he cleaned up a little better.
He did, yeah.
He cleaned up well, I'll say.
Yeah.
I was still annoyed though. He had his glasses like on his head. Like,
he did.
Not sunglasses, like presumably prescription glasses. But instead of just wearing them or putting them in a shirt or he had them on his head like sunglasses. It's like there's always one thing off with Anton. Just one thing just pissed me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, they see each other. He is like
he's blown
flabbergasted.
Yeah. He's so happy.
so happy. His pupils were enormous. You saw that? She called it out, and you could see it. Like, you could see it yourself
through the camera.
His pupils were hugely dilated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of chit chat. He says something about, when you take my last name, like we'll have the same initials, and which I was already annoyed with.
Superficial shit.
Superficial shit. You guys don't even know each other. Stop.
Yeah.
But weird. Was this weird to you when he dropped her off at her side? They have their two different sides of the reveal. Dropped her off at her side, and he walked back. As he's walking back, she's standing, still waiting for him to like turn around, for them to like get one more glimpse. And he didn't look back once. He got to his side. He grabbed the bottle of champagne, poured another glass, and then she like turned around and left. But she was like waiting expectantly for him to like look back, and he just like didn't. Did we look into that? Like, what is that? How did he not know that she was like right there?
Well, Allie girl, you gave yourself the ill setup.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I don't know why you were sitting there expecting him to turn around and do some grand, like, oh, I just love you, da-da-da. Like, that's not here because you bonded over your dog's names when you were in college and if you're going to take his last name or not. And so now you're allegedly in love.
Yeah.
And not really. So you got to see this out for the next 4 weeks.
We'll see this out, yeah. Next, we had Joe and Madison.
Yeah.
So Joe's the guy with the dating podcast. 27. I think he's the youngest guy in the cast, I want to say. He was engaged before, so that's interesting.
That's wild.
Yeah. So he connects with Madison. Madison is the girl with like the blinding eye disease.
Yeah.
So initially they kind of bond over little things. They both like karaoke. And one thing I did notice with them, which I always kind of look out for, they also had this like bickering, cutesy, fighting banter.
I know, I look for that too.
And always gives me pause.
Me too. Because that doesn't translate outside of the pods. That turns into fights.
It just turns into being mean to each other. Yeah.
And they were doing this like Mad Libs almost exercise.
Yes. What their dream dates, and she wanted him to finish. She started off the description, then but he wasn't doing it right, and then they were getting at each other.
It was too much expectation. Yeah. I would freeze up. Don't ask me to do no improv exercise like that on this wall.
I know. So just something I'm keeping my eye on with these two. I don't know. Something seems a little incompatible potentially. But yeah, she eventually shares with him. She has some eye condition, retinitis pigmentosa. She can't see peripherally. She can't see under low light. And there's a big possibility that her eyesight could eventually lead to blindness.
Damn. Wait, I just thought about something. She probably can't drive.
Oh, or she might be deemed legally blind. Yeah. And can you drive?
If you can't see peripherally,
I
don't want to drive with you.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
And they live in a state where I'm pretty sure that
definitely need a car.
You are driving.
Wow, yeah, they didn't really get into that.
I wonder though, but I wonder maybe there's like tools or something that she can use while she's driving.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of stuff now. I do all kinds of stuff with my car, girl. Now that I couldn't be doing without that backup camera.
I know. So, that's true. I can see them having certain mirrors that are like in front of her but reflect to the side or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, she shares this with him, and his reaction initially is like, like,
yeah.
How do you even respond to something like that? Like,
I know, 'cause it's so shocking. Yeah.
Very shocking. We're so young. We're talking about you going blind, potentially. And then I'm figuring myself into that future. What is it like to care for a blind person?
And I can't see you.
And I can't. What do you mean I can't? And she can't
We're
see
in the
him.
pods.
Oh, and right now we can't see each other. Right. So I'm committing to this, but I don't even know what you look like.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be blind in a few years, and I don't even know if I'm attracted to you yet. Like, it's just a lot to wrap your mind around. But anyways, he also shares more about his engagement. He said a big issue was that she was like severely introverted to the point where he would like buy concert tickets and then she just like wouldn't go. Like he would have to go by himself.
Oh, that's something else.
That's like a crippling fear.
That's almost agoraphobia.
Oh yeah, like
right?
fear of was that crowds or
leaving the house, like going outside.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be fear of crowds, fear of just
crowds,
people,
or people, social, like major social anxiety. Yeah.
So yeah, they weren't very compatible. And yeah, he eventually tells her he's falling in love with her and proposes. They're like doing the touching through the wall thing.
Oh my God. He was like, I'm pushing the wall through. I'm busting through the glass. I'm like, nigga, you didn't listen to the podcast last season. We hate this. Please,
this
Joseph.
Wall, this lava lamp looking.
The lava lamp.
It's so crazy.
God.
But they're like, I understand they're like so overwhelmed with love and joy in that moment that they just like need to be near each other. That's like the closest way they could be near. They look deranged like every time.
And production can't make them look any better.
No.
They just look silly.
They just look so crazy. Oh, God. Now, time for Madison and Joe to meet. This reveal was
one of the worst.
Not good. It was not good.
At all.
It was not good. So his reaction, he just looked shook. He was like feigning happiness because he knew in the moment I'm supposed to be happy and the cameras are looking at me and I can't be that guy. But he was kind of like, oh my God, I'm trying to put your voice to the face. Like, this is just really hard for me. And
he started making shit up, girl. He started saying that your voice sounded different. I said, now, Joseph, we both work in audio storytelling.
Right.
You know that
it's the same voice. What are you talking about?
Oh, Joey.
But it was clear he was picturing something better.
Something different.
Something different, but better. He was not liking what he was seeing. He was picturing something else that in his head was better. So now it's this whole, and even just the things he was saying, he was like, it just wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
And she's like, what does that mean?
Right.
Because that's like that's a horrible thing to say and not follow it with, but this is so much better.
It's so much better. Yeah.
He also,
even like, I was picturing someone with like brown hair. I was picturing somebody shorter.
Blonde. Yeah, like little things like that.
Little things that like don't actually matter when it comes to attraction, you know?
Right.
And he was just like, oh no, just something different. But you're cool, I guess.
I guess.
Nigga, what? Oh my God.
And then she asks him, am I your type?
No.
It's like this long pause. And then he's like, I mean, I don't know. I date a lot of different girls. And all his answers were just giving the signs of not into it. I'm not into you.
I'm not into you. Nope.
I'm faking this. I'm going to do what I need to do.
Yep.
So, yeah, they head back, they head back out. He proposes to her, puts the ring on her finger. And even in that moment, he was just like sussing her out. Like, even as he stepped back, you could just see him looking her up and down.
Down.
Trying to figure out if he's attracted to her. Like, it's not an immediate thing. He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah. If it's worth it for her to go blind, you got to drive her places. You got to get a golden retriever dog. You got to do the whole thing. You got to do this whole thing with this lady who you do not like, which I don't understand. She's a pretty blonde with big boobs.
She's so pretty. But you know what he gives me though? He's not a white guy that dates a girl with body. That's what I think.
Yeah, he dates as
skinny mini white girls.
The Millionaire Matchmaker would say a spinner, right? You know,
so I think that was one of the first, like one of the first things was like, whoa. In his head, she's like big. She has a lot of body. Like he's not. I don't think he's attracted to the body.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
and so he's like looking her up, taking her in, and he's like, whoa, this is like a lot of woman, which is crazy because she's like size 8 maybe. Like, but immediately I look at him and I'm like, oh no, he dates tiny little girls. Like,
yep, that's what I think too. Yeah,
because she's so pretty.
She's gorgeous. And,
and
so eyes. Like to me, so conventionally, like I don't know, she has like green blue eyes, she's blonde hair with big boobs. America, right? Like isn't that like white man? Isn't that what you all enjoy?
There's some white guys though that don't do body.
Yeah,
you know, they don't date, you know, curvier girl. Like that's just not their type at all.
Right.
And he strikes me as that type.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time on that honeymoon with Allie there. He's gonna have a rough time.
Oh God, Allie walking around. All the guys have a tough time with her walking around. Fuck. So yeah, let's see what the honeymoon looks like for those two. Next little triangle that I really don't care that much about: Nick, Annie, and Brendan.
Nick reminds me so much of Leo, the art dealer.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's just like a liar. I feel like he's a serial killer.
He's weird to me.
Is weird. He
corny,
very corny.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never trust anything that comes out of this man's mouth.
No, me neither. He also looks, sounds, and acts like he's 17. Looks very young to me.
Peter Pan, all the way around, mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah.
So they start off with like this montage of him with different girls in the pods, and he's giving all of them the ick. Like no one was into Nick at all.
Damn.
Until he got to Kate. Kate is our blonde with the tig old bitties. Very cute. And she shares that she was in an 8-year relationship. She got engaged. Then her mom passed away. Then she found out he was cheating on her while she was grieving her mom. Like, so she been through it. And her and Nick, like, I don't know. I don't understand the appeal of Nick. So I don't really understand what the hell she's talking about when she's talking about Nick is like, she was like, Nick is almost like too perfect. I'm like, is there a different Nick? What are we talking about? Like, I missed something. I don't know. So Nick has Kate. He also has Annie. Annie's our hair salon owner. And, you know, they seem to live in different cities. She's in Denver. He's in some other city, Dillon. Their lifestyles might not match up, he says, but there's like a spark, apparently. And they have this weird conversation about sex. He was making some joke about being wet, and it was just so cringy because he looks like a teenager. I was like, what are we talking about? He's talking about his penis. I was like, can we not do this? Nothing attractive about this dude. I don't want to see this conversation.
Yeah, and she was entertaining it because she can't see him.
She can't see him. Now, Annie, though, is also talking to Brendan. Brendan is actually her number one. Brendan's kind of fine.
Yeah, Brendan's cute. Yeah,
Brendan's cute. Brendan's some kind of Latino, I want to say. And he's kind of like smooth and confident. He just seems like the total opposite of Nick, honestly.
Yeah.
And so they have like very easy breezy convo, talking about their childhoods, talking about like what retirement would look like just very nice, mature conversation. So yeah, Brendan is her top choice. The issue is she gives Brendan a lot of reassurance, but she doesn't know at all where he stands. And she's kind of like waiting for him to say the things, or kind of like pushing him to say the things. Where this is like classic Love is Blind, where Nick, the other guy, is like saying all the things
to everyone,
exactly, which is what she don't know. So he's like super expressive. He's talking to her about, you know, our house in Denver, and she's like, oh my God. It's just saying things. He's just saying things. It's so irritating hearing him say our house, and she's like, our.
Oh my God.
Like losing it. I'm like, it's just words. You don't mean anything.
Like, exactly. What does he know about you? You know what I mean?
So he's talking about this whole future with Annie. Meanwhile, he's talking to Kate and calling her baby and saying he's so confident in their connection. And she says, I love you. He says, I love you back.
He says it back. Yeah.
And yeah, he's going to choose whoever's going to choose him first, I feel like.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's where we're at with that. All right, let's get into Casey and Patrick with Anna and Blake.
Boy.
This whole thing is very interesting.
Yeah.
So we first meet Casey. Casey's 32, cute little blonde. She's got way too much self-tanner on.
Yeah, that's okay.
But sure. Certain lights, I was like, she looks ridiculously brown. I'm like, girl, especially against her blonde hair. I'm like, why do you have this much tanner on? You look wild. Anyways, Casey dated her high school sweetheart on and off for 10 years.
That's torture.
and then found herself single at the end of the 10 years. At the age of 27, she's now dating for the literal first time in her life. She's just had a bad track record. Guys cheating on her. The last guy was like really into social media and like
yikes,
made her very insecure. Yeah, that was a huge yikes. So she never felt good enough. There's always like another hot blonde. So she's just rough past of dating. So Casey meets Patrick. Patrick is Asian. And, you know, before she even learns he's Asian, or before we're even talking ethnicities, she kind of shares this random fun fact that her sister, like, is like a fucking pop star in Korea or something.
In Korea, yeah.
Sings in Korean and is working in Korea, like a big star out there. Which is really interesting. And she grew up Mormon. Her dad did his mission in Korea. So there's like a lot of like Korean influence for whatever reason in her life. So Patrick's like, huh, interesting. He just like makes note of that, right?
Yep.
Now Patrick has a big insecurity about being Asian, being an Asian man.
Yeah.
In a predominantly white area, his whole life. Yeah.
Yeah. You think this is a red flag for somebody this old?
Yeah. For me, yes.
Okay. Thank you. I was like, this sob story of you in high school getting picked on or whatever, like, that's fine. But like, we're old for this, right? Or no, right?
I feel like if you're Asian or Black and have this experience, right? And you're still holding on to this insecurity, right? To me, it automatically gives you don't have any other friends in your life who are Black or Asian or your same ethnicity.
Right. You're still assimilating now.
You are still the only Asian guy everywhere you go.
Yes. Right.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So, because he is still very hung up on, still palpably troubled and like insecure and nervous. And I mean, we'll get into his whole thing with
Kate, right?
With Casey, yeah. Just like there's still a big hang up about him being Asian, his comfortability with that identity.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting. I'm always interested in the Asian man experience, particularly Asian man in predominantly white environments as far as dating goes, because I think it is very akin to Black women in predominantly white environments. Right. Always being picked over, always being looked over, being told you're pretty for X race.
Yep.
So I was very happy that he was here, but I think he's got some work to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So anyways, Patrick is also in the pods talking to Anna. Anna is also Asian. We know. We don't know yet. But they very quickly pick up that they're both Asian.
Yeah.
Very quickly. You know, they're talking about the lack of diversity in Denver. They've only dated white people. Her family's immigrant. He's like, mine is too. Like, they don't have middle names. I don't know if that's like an Asian thing, but like, there's a lot of little clues where they're like, huh. Okay, but they're connecting, but they're also realizing you're Asian, and neither one of them have dated Asian people.
Another red flag in the pods.
Another really interesting thing, man.
Never works out in the pods.
Yeah. Yeah, your first experience being like, So we learn with Anne in her little confessional that she's Chinese. Her family always obviously had high hopes that she'd bring home a Chinese guy, but that's not the case. She only dates white boys. And then speaking of white guys, she's also in the pods hitting it off with Blake.
Yeah.
Blake is, you know, nice little white guy. He's like the one that loves Obama from Cast Bios. And yeah, she kind of, you know, early in the conversation, he's like, you know, any hot button issues you want to talk about? And like, she was able to confirm with him, he's like not racist, not religious, not. So it was like nice little liberal white man. She feels safe, and this is probably who she normally dates, I think. Now, Blake is also talking to Sparkle Megan, which we'll get to Sparkle Megan. However, Anna is his top choice.
Yeah.
He says she is his happy place. And, you know, they laugh a lot, have a lot of fun. I don't believe he knows she's Asian, though.
I don't think so either. Yeah.
I don't think she's had any conversation about that with him. I don't think he would care.
No.
I think she also strategically has not told him. for her own similar reasons as Patrick, of like has her identity issues, doesn't want to be rejected.
Maybe, yeah, or like projected onto, maybe. Yeah. Sorry, I had a thought, but it'll come later.
Yeah. That to me is odd though. Like I understand Love is Blind. You know, I always get on them like Love is Blind. Not supposed to be talking about race and all this stuff. But in this here climate, I can't be taking no risks like this with no white dudes. I need you to know what I look like.
Yeah.
I can't get to the reveal and then see your eyes all big and then learn that your dad this and like I can't play game like in this climate. I can't play games like that.
Your dad.
Like I can't. There's certain things we just have to know ahead of time.
Yeah. Well, she tried to confirm it with like, "Are you racist? Are you homophobic? Are you this? Are you that?" And he said, "No." That should be like
should be
enough. Technically,
yeah, I guess
if the love should be blind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that so that was it.
Yeah.
That her doing a whole big reveal or whatever.
Yeah.
Now Anna. So Anna got Blake, right?
Mm-hmm,
Nice little white Blake. She got Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
She knows Patrick is Asian. She's not dated Asians though.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, she does find herself drawn to him. She sees how vulnerable he is. She also, I don't think she knows that Patrick has something else going on with anybody else. There's something she said in the confessional. Yeah. There's something she said in the confessional, almost like she knew that her and Patrick were like the only one. Like I don't think she knows he has another option.
She's very confident in the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now let's get back to Casey and Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Anna, he's never dated Asian, so this whole thing is like intriguing to him, but also uncomfortable for him, unfamiliar for him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Casey, I think he actually feels safer and comfortable with Casey, also because she's a white girl that seems like down in a way. She's like, her family has like Asian stuff going on.
Yep. Yeah, I think he feels safer because his vulnerabilities don't show, which is his race.
Yeah, not yet. They about to.
They about to. Yeah, this is when it turns, I think.
This is when it turns, I think. Yeah, this whole thing is so interesting.
Right?
Even the fact that he feels safer with
someone who doesn't know his race. Yeah.
Yeah. Or just feel safer with a white woman.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like maybe down with Asian stuff. That is more comfortable to him than being with an Asian woman.
Yeah.
Even that is just really complex.
It is. It is. Oh, that's so sad. And the way he talks like he's imitating a bro.
I think that's how he speaks. Born and raised in Colorado.
I know.
Specifically growing up around white guys. This is just how he speaks.
That's how he talks. Yeah. And then he's also very tall and broad and large.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
A big dude, which I feel like doesn't also fit a stereotype that people probably assume when he says he's Asian. An Asian man, right?
Yeah, maybe. So, So him and Casey are in the pods. They're talking about like attraction, and he brings up that he's a different ethnicity, which I think came up before, maybe. And his insecurities about growing up being the only one. And so she's like, "So, do you want to share with me?
Yeah,
like, with ethnicity?" Which is like partly a test.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a lot of tests going on with that one question. I feel like she's testing him to see how much he actually trusts her.
Okay.
But it's also could be her sussing out what race he is, and if she's like acceptable, if she finds that race acceptable to date. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think in the moment he doesn't know which test it is.
Yeah, he doesn't, and he's really afraid it's the latter. And it should never be the latter.
Right.
Because this is also a very common question if somebody's talking about their immigrant parents' story. Where are they from?
Where are they from? Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets like super awkward. He's like in the moment.
He freezes up, bro. Like he's like humana, ho. Like he doesn't know what's going on.
What to do.
Patrick. Oh my God.
It was almost painful watching
it. It was very painful because in a week you're gonna have to see her. So just tell her what race you are. Like,
but also just like the deep-seated like
the insecurity,
trauma of feeling insufficient, not enough, judged, turned off. I'm gonna say my race, and immediately it's gonna be like wah wah wah. Like that's what he's expecting.
Yes, from the girl he likes the most, who he feels the safest with. Let's call it that.
Yeah. So he's like in the moment debating, wavering, and she's like, yeah, share it.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was kind of weird. Like, I feel like she wasn't reading the room in a way.
Well, that's whiteness. She's like, well, what's wrong with it? What do you mean?
Yeah. I was like, you could feel he's uncomfortable. Like,
but I would want to know, why do you feel so uncomfortable? And I don't know how to ask that question.
Yeah.
As a white woman on television, I wouldn't know how to ask that either. I would have trouble with that one as well, Casey.
How to be supportive in this moment without being like, what the fuck is the deal? Like, just say it.
Tell me.
Ooh. So he eventually, I mean, it seemed like eons.
It seemed so long.
Yeah. So long. Eventually he shares that he's half Chinese, half Cambodian. And then immediately goes on this campaign of defending how he's like just like every other Colorado bro. Like, he likes hiking, he likes this, he does that, and I just happen to be Asian. Like, I'm no different than anybody else.
Oh no. That no.
That was tough.
I just happen to be Asian? No, sir. That would turn me off. Ooh.
That was tough.
That was really hard to look at from someone so old.
Oh, man. Oh, you in your 30s,
You are in your 30s. And you cannot date behind these pods forever.
Yeah, right.
So
you could feel the decades of like always feeling less than, never feeling enough, always feeling excluded, feeling like I'm just as good as them, but you just don't like me because I'm this. Like, and a complex built up over that he is so defensive now and very uncomfortable and not super proud, it seems, of his identity. Ooh, that was tough.
Yeah.
So she admits that, she's never dated an Asian guy. For her, this doesn't change anything. And then shares, which I feel like she should have led with this. I don't know why she didn't lead with this. It's like, girl, you buried the lead. Her family is just infiltrated by all kinds of non-white people.
Yeah, this is interesting, I thought.
Yeah. Her brother said one of her brothers only dates Asian girls. Yikes. Which is like, that's a whole other thing. But
that is a whole other situation.
So she has that. Then her other brother's girlfriend's half black. The other girlfriend is Mexican. Like,
the other one's in Korea.
Other one's in Korea, singing in Korean. Like, so her family's like not new to this. They're only true to this. And I don't know why she didn't lead with that. That's what was irking me, because he was so uncomfortable. Lead with this.
Yeah.
And then he'll feel more comfortable. She like buried this afterwards.
I think white people don't know where to go. When
she was so lost on how to handle this conversation. I think also was off-putting how, I don't know if off-putting, for me it was off-putting, I don't know for her, that he was so like
wrapped up in his answer, right?
Yeah. Oh, Lord. So finally got through that. That was like so painful, that whole scene. And then she shared some weird story. I didn't even know what to do with this story about the last guy she dated. They met on TikTok.
And then she saw him out and followed him on Instagram.
And then they confirmed
what is all this internet
only
dating, girl? What?
They were only dating each other for their looks, and like it was very clear it was just about looks. That's why they met each other.
Is this what happens? People are dating each other to make TikTok content together?
I don't know. I don't know.
Please put down below if you've ever done that before. I'm very interested to know.
So bizarre. But I was like, what am I supposed to take away from that story? Like, they put that story in for a reason.
Exactly. You are shallow.
She's shallow. Is that what it is?
Pool, bro. Yeah.
We need to pay attention to that. She actually cares a lot about looks. She's saying here she doesn't care, but she actually cares a lot about looks. So now Patrick and Anna, they get back into the pods. And they have this whole emotional moment. She's talking about her parents. They're immigrants. She cares a lot about them. She just wants to take care of them. And, they very much bond on that. And then they talk about, like, the big elephant. Like, they're not each other's typical type.
Yeah. This is be their first.
We would each be our first dating within our race. And they share that. So I'm saying, I'm like, this is just,
it's always bad. Man. Every time this happens in Love is Blind, this is a disaster.
Yeah. Wait, when else did this happen? Someone dating
Shake and Deepty.
Shake and Deepty. Yeah.
What's his name from
that was Shake and Deepty.
Kip and the other one. Who was the one on Love Is Blind UK that just happened? He was like, I only date white girl. The one from Wiggertown.
Oh, yes. Cal and Sarover. Yes.
And Sarover.
Indian and Pakistani. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's true. This never goes well.
Never.
Because these people got to figure their shit out before they get on Love Is Blind. You can't be experimenting with your identity issues on national television. Like, woo.
And then hiding them so easily through a wall.
Right.
And then you reveal to them and then you have to get married and live with them and have sex with them every day. That's too much to ask.
That's too much. That's way too much. Oh my goodness. So yeah, they talk about the elephant. They're not each other's typical type. They usually, in the real world, probably would have not dated each other, turned away from each other. But they both admit that they feel an emotional romantic connection. So it's not just friendship. They feel something. And he even says to her, I may be your person. He was the first to say something.
Yeah.
I may be your person.
Yeah.
Then they both share their ethnicities. They know they're Asian, but she then shares she's Chinese. He's Chinese Cambodian, so that like bonds them even more. They're both Chinese. That to them, they say that's so hot.
Say it's hot.
They say, oh, that's so hot.
I was confused.
I was confused too, because if it's so hot, how you've never dated another Chinese person before?
You know what I'm saying? What's the problem?
I don't even know if I believe that in that moment.
Me either, from either of them.
No, yeah. So, it's odd, yeah.
It's very confusing, yeah.
And then Anna then proceeds to say a lot. She says, I know emotionally we're compatible. You'll never meet someone like me, and vice versa. We've met each other's match. Like, we are each other's match.
You've met your match.
Yep. My husband might be on the other side of the wall. Like, she references him as her husband. Like, she makes a lot of verbal affirmations in this moment. So then Anna leaves the pods.
Yeah, she can't. She can't do the experiment anymore. She's done.
And we see her in her... God.
After making this huge proclamation with Blake that she's never ghosted anybody and she's proud of it.
I'm glad they put that in.
Me too.
I'm so glad they put that in.
They did her so dirty.
Oh my God. She did herself dirty. Girl. So she says all of this to Patrick and then leaves the whole damn experiment.
Yep.
She says, we see in her confessionals before her decision to leave, she's having all these realizations. I think she's going through like identity crisis behavior, and this whole thing is like a mind fuck for her. She says that she's realized that she's been judged a lot by her appearance. And she realizes actually how shallow she's been as well. She talks about Blake and says Blake is so obvious and safe.
Yeah.
Like, that is my usual go-to. It's like, of course, Anna, that Blake is one of your two. While Patrick, she would never go for in the outside world, but she also feels probably the most safe with him. And I think that's just like fucking her up mentally.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think also she is, with Blake and with Patrick, very fearful of going to the reveal with either of them.
With either, yeah.
She actually doesn't feel safe about the seeing part. She doesn't know if Blake is as safe of a white guy as he is, and if he's going to be into Asian girls, even though he says he's not racist, whatever. And then she already knows how she feels about Patrick. She don't know if she gonna like Patrick when she sees Patrick.
Exactly.
Because she don't do Asians.
Exactly.
And she also knows that he's going to think the same thing back.
But she said, she basically proposed to this nigga.
But she said
5 minutes ago.
I know.
So she has to like him when he comes out.
Right. And she don't know she gonna like him.
Because she
don't really like Asian guys like that. Like, yo, this shit is so complex.
This is so interesting.
So interesting. Oh my God.
Wow.
So, yeah, we basically see Patrick head into the pods. Presumably, I don't think he was going to propose to her, but I think that was going to be the moment where he chose her. Like, I think he was ready to choose Anna. He's calling, Anna. She's not there. And we learned that she left the experiment and chose not to say goodbye to anybody. We also see Blake head into the pods and left there, stood up. What the fuck? Why couldn't she? Why ghost them? Why not send a note?
I know.
Why?
I was trying to think of Not Your Lawyer. What's his name? Uche. I was trying to think of him. I remember when he left, and I feel like he told both. He told Aaliyah or whatever her name was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He was like, "Meet me on the outside" or some shit, because they filmed their date on the outside.
They did. Yeah.
So I feel like he said something.
Like, at least to Patrick. You said so much to him.
And you had this existential crisis about your race and ethnicity. You think he didn't have one too?
You don't think he's going through very similar internal turmoil?
Yeah.
And could maybe relate and have a little bit of empathy? Even if you do decide to leave, you don't think he could at least empathize and deserve to hear something? I don't... And then Blake, you told Blake you don't ever ghost nobody, and then you ghosted him. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? He's never gonna trust a woman again. Like, why you do this?
I kind of live for it.
Oh my god, no, I do not live for this.
It's so bad though. It's so poorly done. I was just like,
there's no reason why I don't think she could have wrote a note.
A note.
Yeah. Well, just a note.
We'll see her at the bonfire.
We'll see. I can't wait to see what she says or what she has to say. Anyways, Patrick, now he still has Casey, little blonde white girl, but she's very much his number two, and he keeps saying he's like, I need more time. I need to see things with her, otherwise I might go home by myself. Like, he's totally fine with that. And so we see this little conversation. It was very quick. Patrick talking to Mike. He was sharing that Casey's his number two. Mike at one point was dating Casey, and it was almost a moment where Mike was about to give Patrick the tea on Casey. Like, here's what I think about Casey. And he's like, I don't want to hear it. I was like, I want to hear it. What about Casey? I need to know. Oh my God. And then this is where we get a confessional of Patrick saying he felt too similar to Anna.
Yeah.
And then someone said, you can't be dating your cousin or something like that.
No, see? That's what Shake said. I'm dating my auntie.
He did say that.
Yeah. They make it incestuous.
Yes. Because you're dating someone of your same, you're from Cambodia. Like, half Cambodia, she's Chinese. Like, what? Bruh.
Ooh. What an excuse. What a reach. What a reach. Oh, I can't stand it, girl.
And it kind of validates and makes okay why I do not date girls of my race.
Yes.
It just feels too familiar. They feel like my cousin. And I guess they can give that excuse to their friends, and they're like, yeah, I get it, bro. Like,
their white friends are like, oh, yeah, definitely.
Right. As if a white guys are ever cousins. Say that. Yeah. All day white girls are, too familiar with like my cousin. What? Oh my God.
So this convoluted in Colorado.
It is struggling out here, man.
This struggle is exposing, I guess, a side of this man.
Yeah.
This is in a whole other way, right? Because we all know Kwame is just like this. We all know, Shake is like this.
Yeah.
We know this person, but they've never been this emotionally vulnerable like Patrick has.
Oof. And so out of touch.
Yeah.
Like, there seems to be no salience to his racial identity as an Asian man.
Yeah.
It seems almost like he wants to so badly put it on the back burner and kind of be secondary. See me as me. See me as raceless almost.
Yeah.
I'm not Asian. I'm just Patrick. Race. Yes, I think that's what he wants to do.
But he doesn't. He's not putting together that I'm just Patrick means I'm white.
That's what he's saying.
Right?
That's what he
wants to say.
Yeah. So now he's in his confessional, like, trying to pitch this. Me and Casey are so compatible. We agree on everything. The producer asks him, well, what specifically are you compatible on or agreeable on? And he literally couldn't name anything.
Oh my God, Casey.
So I already know if he saw Anna at the reveal, he was not going to be attracted to her.
No, he would not. Nope.
It was not going to work. So
I don't think Anna would be to him either.
I don't know if she would have either.
Wow.
Yeah. He has good height. I think she would have been into the height.
Great
maybe.
height. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're literally attracted to people of their same race. Wow, that's so wild. Now Patrick goes back into the pods with Casey, and she like needs more from him. He's not saying shit. They're talking all around, all kind of things, and she's like, "I just need to know how much you like me. Do you like me? Like, where are we at?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just don't know if I could like trust that you're like into this. Like, I'm not sure how badly you want this. Like, I feel like he's so afraid of rejection from this white girl. He's been rejected so many times before from white girls that he like needs the validation over and over and over that she's into
it.
But she can't see him.
Right.
So he can't really get the validation he needs. So he just needs her to like keep repeating it or something.
Something.
The words.
Yeah. Or like, it won't matter or something.
There's something she needs to say that really will like lock it in for him that she's not saying, I don't think.
And he just got rejected by his opposite of his type, who just told him, "You've met your match. I'm your wife, actually. So you just need to sit the fuck down with that other white girl."
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but I think he's like searching for her to say, like, you being Asian does not bother me.
Do you think he's looking for the same thing that Anna said? Like, it's hot?
Yeah, something. I don't know if he needs that but
level of reassurance. I think he would really appreciate that.
He would take that. He would propose her today if he got that validation. Yeah. But you could tell when he's saying like, "I'm not sure you want this that badly." Want what? She keeps coming every day to come hang out and talk with you. So like, what are you not sure about? But this is like this Asian man. Like, I'm not sure you want this right here that bad. I need you to say more pointedly, and she's not picking it up because she's like, I don't think she cares. He's Asian, honestly. Yeah. So, so yeah, that's Patrick and. Do you think he's gonna choose Casey, or do you think he's gonna leave alone?
I really want him to leave alone.
Me too. He needs to
really bad. He has got to go figure this out.
Yeah,
and I need to see the reunion between him and Anna. They need to connect on Instagram, and I need to see them go to lunch.
I need to see that too. Yeah. So that was them. Next we have now Blake, a la Anna. Blake was in his own little triangle over here with Sparkle Megan, who has her little trifecta of men: Blake, Mike, and Jordan. So Blake, he is 32. All his friends are married with kids. He's like ready for this. And he's in the pods of Sparkle Megan. She's like the oil and gas, like rich lady from Gas Bios. And they bond over being just like very career focused. And her thing is that she is very successful. She has a lot of money. She has her own like medical tech company or something.
Some holistic wellness something. Yeah.
So she just needs a man that's like secure in that, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, she has Blake, who seems secure about it. And then she has Mike. Mike is real estate guy.
Mike is a scammer. Okay.
Mike's a dick. I don't like Mike.
And he's a dick on top of being a scammer.
Yeah. And so, yeah, they kind of bond over they're both like very successful, wealthy, whatever. She, which I thought was interesting, she says she believes in more traditional gender roles. She, as successful in whatever she is, she like wants a man who will provide and take care of her and all that stuff. Which obviously he like perked up. He was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So that's Mike. She also meets Jordan. Jordan is our single father.
Single dad, yeah.
Single father. He's a 5-year-old son named Luca. He is very open. He got a vasectomy, but he's like willing to have it reversed if
That's
needed.
Crazy. That would make me wary of Luca.
Why?
How's Luca? You said you had Luca. You said, "Oh no, no mo."
because Luca was probably a surprise. If he's 29, so if he got pregnant, his girl got pregnant at 24.
24, yeah.
He wasn't planning that, so he said, "Oh hell no, I'm not getting duped again." He snipped that shit real quick.
That's a crazy decision, though.
I understand it though.
Do you?
I'm 24 and I find out I'm having a kid now, and I did not plan for this. I barely know this girl. Like, that's a scary thing to go through as a man, and you're not that guy that's gonna like just ditch the kid and leave it. You're gonna raise it,
right?
Now.
You're gonna raise him. Yeah.
I'm not finding myself with another kid next year. My next girlfriend, gets pregnant. Hell no. I understand. And vasectomies are reversible.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
So I would get it. I totally understand. So yeah, that's Jordan. But yeah, they have like easy breezy conversation. They're like joking around. He like picked up on the fact that she's rich, and so now he like pokes at her,
makes
about
fun
it.
of her about it. Yeah, which is funny.
It's kind of cute. Now, what else? Jordan and Sparkle Megan, they also really bond over. So Luca, his son, has type 1 diabetes.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so sad.
So tough for a 5-year-old. Goddamn.
Yeah.
And her father, who passed away, also had type 1 diabetes. I think he died from like complications related to it, it seems. So they like really bond on that. And, you know, they have like this nice conversation about just like what it feels like to fall in love. And like, they just talk very open and easy.
Yeah.
He's really
about hard things.
About hard things, yeah. He's very impressed by her ambition, her independence. Like, he's really into her, and she's like very intrigued by him. I don't think she would normally date a guy with kids, but
yeah,
their conversations are nice, so she keeps seeing him.
Yeah, and a guy with a kid and a vasectomy is really something else.
Why?
I think, I mean, unless you're a woman who doesn't want kids and you're just like open to being stepmoms supreme, then you probably wouldn't date this guy.
Yeah, right. Right, yeah. And she doesn't seem... Yeah, she's dating someone who she like would not date, usually.
No. Yeah.
But she keeps showing up every day because she likes spending time with him.
Yeah.
But she still has Mike, right? Mike, the difference with Mike is like wealthy. He has his shit together. He's like, we'd be a power couple. We'll build an empire. That's that guy.
Yikes. Reddest flag of all time.
Also, he starts talking about some society or some organization
Bitch,
he's part of.
I said, not Mother God. Girl, not this. Not you being a part of a cult. And the pillars are diet and wellness or something. Part of this group of guys, this group of wealthy guys.
Called the tribe, he said. The tribe. And I think he said it's for wealthy men.
Wealthy men. You know what they probably do? Remember, you don't watch Housewives of New Jersey like that, but I remember Louis going to one of the men camps, and you like learn to be a man.
Oh, God. Yikes.
And they have these videos like shirtless, and they're like, I'm here at man camp in the Jersey Shore. Learn how to be a man. Like, it's so homoerotic at some point. And then also like just so odd. Women, we don't do this really like this in this way.
We have our own little kumbaya circles, but it's like nice. We have like nice vulnerable conversations and like support each other through our like issues and businesses and things like
right.
So I don't know. So yeah, with Mike, she's getting someone who's like all the way together financially. They're equal, and
I don't know, stuff on paper that she wants. I think
that she wants, right? But she's not like. I'm just like, do you feel any emotion towards him? Is there any emotional connection? Do you feel emotionally safe with him, protected? Like, none of that comes up with him at all.
Yeah, right. It's so superficial with him.
Very, very superficial,
and he's even superficial about things that could be serious when they talk about kids, and he's like, we'd have the hottest kids. Like, all they be doing is biking and swimming and be on varsity team. Like, what the fuck, bro?
What the heck?
He's like a breeding type of guy, like that type shit.
Yeah, I just don't know what they would talk about, like going to bed at night. Like, what are y'all talking about?
I don't know.
So that's Mike, and then she has Blake. Blake is still here. He's still nice. They both lost their dad. They bond over that. He lost his dad to liver failure. They have this like whole conversation. It was really interesting about how him and his dad like only connected over sports. and then his dad died.
Right.
And before his dad died, when he was dying, it like really hit him that they have no connection. They have no relationship. Like, and just the regret he has. And it was just such a missed opportunity. Now he's dead. And like, it's just, I feel like that's a lot of men.
Yeah, me too.
Them and their dads, they talk about sports. And that's like really it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or their whatever their thing, like fishing or whatever the fuck
their
they
one
did.
thing that bonds them. Yeah. But there's no depth. And like, there's definitely, because it's your dad, like you're a human, like there has to be like a yearning for something a little deeper, but like you don't know how to get there. Your dad for damn sure don't know how to do that. Like, so then it just he dies and that's it. Like that was your relationship with their dad. Like, so yeah, they bond over that. She could relate. Her parents are also very conflict avoidant. Like, so she leaves that conversation in her mind. Blake is her number one. Now, you know, she's torn. She got these 3 great guys, right? Or 2 and 1 dud. Jordan, Mike, and Blake. Another thing with Mike. Mike talks a lot about the... Sorry.
I hate him too.
He talks a lot about the things in his house. Why do I know he has a sauna, a hot tub, a Tempur-Pedic king-size bed?
Tempur-Pedic mattress that you think sleeps a little hot. Listen, I too have a Tempur-Pedic mattress, and I paid for that extra NASA technology bullshit to have it be cooling.
Yes.
Like,
why do I know all of your purchases in your home?
I feel like because they're all rented. I feel like he's all like he's such a scammer. Isn't he the Airbnb guy
he's the
too?
Airbnb
he's like
guy.
always on podcasts and shit. I feel like he's lying about a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, he's so weird. And then we see this other conversation with him talking about, the guys are talking about if they have female friends, like girlfriends, friends that are girls, whatever. And he said he has a friend who they dated like 5 years ago for a couple months, but they're just friends now. Like she has her own man and everything. But she still comes over to his house and they do like sauna sessions together. What the fuck is that?
Nope. You're just testing her now. You're just testing to see how okay she is with extremely inappropriate relationships in your life.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Oh my God.
Oh
Michael.
My God, he's such a weirdo. And then they have that weird conversation about nutrition and like
he thinks it's tied to morality.
Is that what he said?
Diet. That's what I'm getting from him, right? He thinks that diet and wellness is tied to someone's morals and how they live their life. And I got that when he was talking about diabetes and Jordan's kid.
Which was so fucked that he even like brought up Jordan's kid and how Jordan is, it's crazy when his kids has, diabetes, and
because he thinks that it's a moral failure that Jordan is feeding his kids so much sugar that his kid got diabetes because his friend
that's what he thinks.
Stopped eating, what this, that, and the third, and changed his diet and then changed his life. Why can't you?
Yeah, that's true. He was talking completely out of his ass. He has
completely no clue. No idea how a baby has diabetes.
Right. Like, I myself don't know that much about diabetes, but I know there's type 1, there's type 2. Type 1 is one you're like born with, you gotta do the insulin pumps, all that shit. Type 2 is that you can develop, like you can give yourself diabetes.
Yes.
This little 5-year-old wasn't given diabetes by eating too much Debbie cakes from his dad. Like,
right.
So you're just talking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And
he can't talk about somebody's kid and somebody's parenting. It was so uncalled for.
Yes, because he ties it up with like how good of a person you are. Oh, I can't stand it. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh my God. He talks about how he's friends with all his exes, like
all of them.
He has so many red flags, and I'm just like, is she seeing this? They're not really showing many of her reactions to these.
They're not. She's just kind of like, okay,
like storing data, but like, what is she gonna do with this now?
I love this strategy though. Just like expose this man for
just
what
let him talk.
It really is. Yeah.
Just let him talk. Yeah. So Jordan and Megan, she really likes him, but she goes into the pods thinking she's about to friend zone him. She keeps saying like their lifestyles don't match, which I feel is like code for like,
I don't want this baby.
I'm not here to be a stepmom is what she's trying to say. But then they go into the pods. They have another great time. He's talking about his kid, how much he says "I love you" to his kid, and you could just see her heart like melting, like she fucking loves this, and doesn't end up breaking up with him, and just like he's still here now. So then she goes in for her date with Blake. Hello? Blake? Blake has left the process. Yo.
And I saw that producer talking to him like, it's your journey. It's your experiment.
It's your choice.
Like, you just do what you have to do. I'm like, that's not what producers are supposed to do. You all are supposed to coax them into making sure that these people fall in love and get their heart broken. And then they stay here. What are you talking about?
Oh my God. But they wanted the drama of like 2 people left unannounced without anything. Like,
And they don't want another lawsuit.
Yeah, where they were held captive and made to stay. So you need to go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. So yeah, she gets stood up, ghosted. Blake was her number 1, so she's like, what the fuck? And it's just one of those things, like everything happens for a reason. Like she didn't break up with Jordan.
Right.
Not knowing that Blake was about to leave also. So it's also great that she kept Jordan around. Now she still has an option, and she, Blake wasn't it, clearly. Now, let's see. And I thought it was also nice too. She was like, I feel like, because her dad passed, like her dad is like watching out for her in a way.
Yeah.
Like making sure the right guys are staying, and she's keeping her eyes open. And Jordan, the dad is like Team Jordan from the other side. Like, Mike sucks. Go for the kid, please. It'll be good for you. Like, you could kind of feel like there's another hand in here, like helping orchestrate this. Now, Jordan is having a blast with Sparkle Megan. He comes back yapping in the quarters, yapping about her and just talking too damn much. And obviously, Mike is now learning everything. And Mike then goes into the pods and is like, you like guys who are trouble. You're such a bitch. I hate this guy. He's like, he's like has a bit of tea, and now he's gonna go in and like decide what to do with the tea that he has. Like, stay in your own lane, please. So he says, you're dating 2 guys who are trouble right now, and it's like being manipulative, like planting a seed in her head that Jordan's trouble
completely, because she was like, how do you know I'm dating this one? And he was like, because I'm not an idiot. And it's like, no, it's because this other guy really likes you. Yeah. And he's telling everybody.
Right.
Not because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, I'm so smart. I figured it out.
I figured it out. Okay, Megan. Like, what?
God, it's the worst.
You the one with another bitch in your sauna. What are you doing?
Straight up.
All that energy for me.
So ridiculous. So, but he's threatened though, because the guy with the kid is still here.
Buying for the rich lady who he's clearly claiming on an Airbnb in her guest house. Okay? He is already plotting the business setup he's gonna have at her house. And the guy with the kid in the Honda Civic or whatever the fuck he drives.
Whatever he drove, is still here.
Still here. Yep.
So he got something I don't got. Now he gotta sit here and kind of swindle his way, into her good graces somehow. So she flat out tells him that he reminds her of her exes. And that's like her issue with him. That's why she hasn't like chose him completely. And he tries to just sell himself, just like we could be a power couple, we have matching ambition, like all the bullshit that he thinks will work on her. Which I just pray she's smarter than this. And just wants more than this. I just pray she just want something more for yourself. Want someone with a little bit of more emotional intelligence, right? Intelligence, make you feel safer,
right?
Like, you got money, you don't need his. Actually, you actually would be fine with Jordan. Jordan can take care of himself. You take care of yourself. Like, I don't. You don't need someone to take care of you, but I think she still wants that in her head. She did say she wants more traditional,
right? I think it defines something for her, and it should be the way that Jordan takes care of her. Right, in the way that he like makes her feel safe asking these questions, and like reassures her a lot of the time about a lot of different stuff, and then really it's this guy with his fucking Tempur-Pedic and this sauna,
right? Yeah, she's toggling between that. Do I go for this rich guy who I could be kept and feel good, or do I go for Jordan, who just seems more like a wild card? And Jordan said too, he didn't hold nothing with the guys. He was like, she got her own money. I don't even know if I can take care of her like that. Yeah. You caught that moment? He was like, I got me my son. She got her, so that's why I kind of like her. But that might be an issue for her. So I don't know.
Oh, I hate that.
I know.
If I had oil and gas money, I would not be concerned. Like, and you're taking care of a kid money. Who has a disease. Like, I'm not gonna.
I don't need your money. Why would I just want it for just like traditional gender roles purposes? Like, what's the point? Oh Lord. So that's them. And then last but certainly not least, we have Edmund and Calibria.
No, Natasha.
I know.
What do we go do?
Tough. I don't know. I gotta be careful with this one. Let's talk through this one. Oh, so Edmund, he's our guy from the cast bios with the crazy socks, crazy shirt, crazy style. Is kind of quirky black guy with just funky style. He rollerblades. He's alternative, kind of kooky. And he hits it off with Calibria, who is Miss Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
Yeah.
That's what her Instagram was given. They kind of bond over there, like both not looking for traditional relationships. Like she doesn't need a man to take care of her. She's fine with 50-50. Like she has her own. She's a travel social worker. They both played college sports. He's in real estate. She wants to get into Section 8 housing. We learned he was in foster care. She runs a group home. Like they do have a lot of similarities, you know? We learn a lot about his upbringing. He grew up in, as we said in the cast bios, poverty-stricken West Virginia. Ain't fuck all happens. One of those states that you just kind of, everybody, the whole country
drive right through.
Right, yeah. And people over there suffering over there, you know?
Yeah.
And he grew up in foster care, in and out of foster care, in and out of just like custody between the state and his parents. Didn't really get into what was going on with his parents, but they
couldn't be there.
Consistently. Yeah. Separated from his parents, just like a very unstable, very rough childhood. But he now has a very great relationship with his parents. He's forgiven them. He loves them. Like he's gone to a good place with them.
That's nice.
He talks about like his dream one day of being a substitute teacher because he had a teacher that like changed his whole life.
That's not that hard of a dream.
And you could be a sub today, my guy.
You just go in there and like
sign up.
Yes, it's movie day. Like that's not that hard to like what?
I know. And he talking about this teacher, he gets like super emotional and it's just
okay.
Oh God.
Okay. Guys, you okay? Did this really give red flag to you the way it gave to me?
How quickly he got emotional?
How fast those emotions came and how much they flooded the entire room.
Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm usually not off put by a man who's emotional. We see a lot of guys crying, Love is Blind, or whatever. But it did give me pause, I will say.
Major pause. Major. Yeah. You do not really know this person.
Yeah. And the swiftness and the intensity with which he cried.
Yeah.
There's more going on there.
Yep.
That feels unsettled, and that doesn't make me feel safe. I feel like I need you to figure some of that out before you come into contact with me or something. I don't know.
That, especially paired with this like big personality and all these crazy socks. I just feel like you're hiding behind these crazy socks and this is kooky personality. And really, you have like real shit to be figuring out.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy. He experiences his emotions really intense on both extremes, I guess. But yeah, she's eating it up. She likes the vulnerability.
She's like, oh my God, I hear more of a man if you cry. Girl, you read that on Instagram. You heard Jay Shetty say that once.
She's eating it up, girl. So yeah, they are like falling for each other. Basically, we don't even see them dating anybody else. Actually, now over in the male quarters, Edmund is just got a
cooning and buffooning. I can't hide with this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this with this type.
He is face planted on the ground, kissing the floor.
The floor. I just haven't kissed somebody in so long. You have to get a grip. You have to get a grip on reality. Like,
what?
And you have to, like, you're playing up for these cameras. You are on.
Is that what's happening
here because you want to be on TV this badly?
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't date no damn Calibria. Like, you know,
that was one of the weirdest things ever. Lying on the floor and just like kissing the floor, and it's like, and all the guys are kind of watching him, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then we see him later, like sprinting, like, oh, I used to run track, and then he's like sprinting back and forth, like, I don't know what's happening. What is this? We see Calibria over with the girls talking about she just wants someone that she can feel safe with, and like, I think the reason she's going for Edmund is because he's not her usual type. She usually dates, like, I think, masculine alpha guys.
Right.
She says, like, you know, Edmund admits he's not an alpha, but he can make her feel safe.
Right.
And so that's, to her, she's like, that's what I need. I just need to feel safe. I don't need this alpha foolishness that I've been chasing and clearly ain't working, you know? So yeah, that's what's attracting her to him, I think.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they kind of bond over. She's like very impressed by how he was able to forgive his parents because she has like a strange relationship with her dad, and or no relationship really. She's kind of been grieving him, and he's not dead. He's like alive. So they clearly have like a lot that they could bond on, connect on. I'm just wondering if the romance, sexual chemistry, like,
I know,
when she sees him acting out like this, is this going to be attractive to him? Is this going to be a lot? Like, what is this?
Not with his afro pick matching his pants. Did you notice that he started doing that?
No, I did not see
If he wore pink pants, he had a pink afro pick in the back of his head.
Yeah, sounds like Edmund. Yep.
No, that doesn't sound like anything that anyone should be participating in.
Sounds like him. Oh my God. So yeah, she reads him this touching letter. I choose you. I can't wait to show you off. I love you.
Oh my God.
And then he gets down on one knee, proposes. She says yes.
Will you pretty please?
Oh, he did say that.
My niece just started saying that. She's too
pretty please.
Oh my God.
Yeah, time for them to meet.
I'm not looking forward to this at all.
He got on his good floral shirt and his bright red bell bottoms. Lord Jesus.
No.
She has on red, so maybe they're matching. At least that'll be cute. I don't know.
He's gonna just die. Okay, he's gonna fall over. He's gonna start crawling to her.
Oh my God, he's gonna be so extra.
He's gonna be so extra. He's gonna start skipping. He's gonna start doing some cartwheels, handstands, wild shit. And she's gonna be like,
I'm so intrigued to see her reaction. That's what I'm really thinking. Like, what is she gonna think about this?
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make it to the honeymoon. Girl, don't go on the honeymoon with this man.
Oh God.
I just feel like he has so much to work on, and I just feel like he needs so much attention, and that's why he's
attention. Yeah. The attention, I think, is gonna be, that'd be a deal breaker for me. So I wonder how she's gonna take it when they go off to the honeymoon. Now there's all these people around, like it's just the two of them. He's acting up. He's like almost putting on a show all the time.
Yep.
Like, what does that? And he said in his bios too, like, women usually, my girlfriends think I'm too much. He said something like that.
Something, yeah. And that should be a huge red flag when you're going on a television show. Particularly like as a cast member.
So, yeah, on a dating show at the like.
Yeah, right.
So that's episodes 1, 2, and 3.
This was crazy, y'all.
That was just 3 episodes. Man, what did we learn, Justine?
What did we learn? My question.
What's your question? Yeah.
Can you uncornify a man that you love? I don't know. I think because he is hiding behind his corniness with so much extra energy. It's his corniness is a huge disguise. It's like prosthetics that he puts on every morning to disguise like really what's going on here, and his real past and like all of this other shit that he's trying to make himself acceptable for other people for. And I just don't know if you can unzip that yourself. I think he has to do it.
Yeah, it does feel like a mask of sorts. And at some point, the mask, there's like a crack in it. At some point, like this is going to be like, why are you performing like this? Like, why all this extra? What is this? You know? And you can't take the mask off. He's going to have to take it off himself.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm really intrigued to see them on the honeymoon.
Me too.
If they make it there.
If they make it. I have a feeling they're not going to, but we'll see.
Lord. My question, do rich guys ever finish last?
Oh, man.
So, there's some women who value security, stability above emotional safety. And to each their own, that's fine. But it feels for some women, and I don't know yet who Sparkle Megan is or where she's at, it feels more valuable and safer to not be financially insecure. That outweighs a guy who's like in her head, he's just a little arrogant, he's just a little bit of a dick, he's just kind of mean. She can talk herself out of that because what's so important to her is to be financially safe.
Right. Ooh, girl, you about to get robbed. You about to get robbed. Every single thing he talks about is rented. I can tell by the way he talks. I can tell.
No.
You still paying off that Tempur-Pedic. I know you are. I know you are.
God.
And the sauna is probably one of them saunas you sit in the chair and then you zip it up.
I know. Like
the one
they have at
coat.
Costco, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh, God.
It's like a little parka.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know which way she's going. I don't know. Yeah. And as far as do rich guys ever finish last, it's hard because I feel like there's always a woman that who feels financial, who is starved for security in a financial way,
right? That
will put up with some shenanigans because she's insecure about being financially insecure, and so
right.
So it's hard. I would say rich guys hardly finish last. And you see a lot of rich guys who are mean assholes who got a girl on their arms, sadly.
Yep.
But, she's getting hers in the way that she thinks she is. So whatever. Yeah. It's good for her. Let us know what you guys think. Do rich guys ever finish last? Can you ever uncornify a man you love? Join the conversation. Sound off in the comments on Patreon. We will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.